Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 31, the series on the channel, where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week and I'll try my very best to answer them. And before I do get in the video, I would just ask you guys to take a moment and hit that subscribe button and the like button down below. It really helps me out and I do really appreciate it. Anyway, on to the first question. The first question from Buzz B. He asks, do you think we will get a new Amazon exclusive Clone Trooper 4-pack with the new Clone Trooper molds anytime soon? So, now that I actually think of it, I don't think we are. And if you're talking about the Amazon exclusive, that one came with like the Phase 1 clone commander, the Phase 2 plane clone, and then 2 of the stormtroopers. So I don't think we'd get like that with the new molds. If anything, I think that we would probably get like a Entertainment Earth exclusive 4-pack remake with the new molds, and that being like all 4 clones. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I think with Hasbro's like new style packaging, they haven't really done a whole lot of bigger packs yet, and it's something I'd love to see, but I just don't see them doing it. Anyway, that is a great idea, and I really hope they do it though. And actually referring to the Amazon one, I think it would be really cool if you get like if they redid that pack, but with the new actual molds. So the Phase 1 clone they did with the new clone mold, same with the Phase 2 clone, but then they also used the new Stormtrooper mold, and then the new not the new, but the updated First Order mold with a better arm articulation. I think that'd be amazing, and it'd be a big improvement in that set. Jay Prasad asks, so I was wondering, would you consider going on Fiverr or some other site to hire someone to make an animated YouTube intro for your channel? I love YouTube intros. So that is a great idea. I think before I actually went on to Fiverr or something like that, I would see what I could do to make my own YouTube intro. I actually have made my own, and I don't really like it. It's on one of my videos. I can't remember which one, but I do have it. I'm not a big fan of it. I might think of making like an actual animated one in the future, but I think I try to make it myself first, and then if that doesn't work, I'd go and try to hire someone to do it. But that is a great idea, and it's something I'd love to get done. The next question from Mario says, hey, Disney Parks has a 6-inch color-changing 4-pack action figures. Would you ever get a set to display along with your Black Series figures? So that is a really, really cool idea. I actually did not know that this existed, and I'll definitely throw up some photos of it if I can find it. But it depends what figures. I have never even heard of this, so if it's like really cool figures, I might. But I really like clones, so if it's a clone, I'll probably get it. But I don't know. Color changing figures don't really appeal to me that much, because like I'm pretty sure to like color change them, you either have to like apply heat or put them in water, and that's not something I really want to do to my figures, I guess. I don't know. It's a cool idea, but it's not necessarily something I'm interested in. But I think I'd have to see what the figures are. Next question from Hamish. She asks, will we ever see a re-release of the Entertainment Earth Order 66 4-pack 6-inch set again? So I really, really hope we do. That's an amazing set. It is on the old clone body, but it's just absolutely amazing with all the 4 different painted clones, and something I really love to see in any form, if it's on the old body or the new body. But there is a rumor going around that we will get a re-release of the old 501st Trooper, and if that is true, I think there is a pretty good chance that we get all of them. And I hope that's the case, but as of right now, there's no confirmation of it. And I personally think we will eventually, because knowing Hasbro, they like re-releasing stuff because it's just free money for them. And with a set that's as popular as the Entertainment Earth 4-pack, I think that it's a no-brainer for them to do it eventually. And even if they don't re-release it on the old mold, they might do it on the new mold as well. So that's something I'd really love to see, but we don't really know. The next question from Joseph, he asks, what is your most recommended Black Series figure to buy? So if it's me recommending it to someone else, you know I'm a big clone fan, and this one's going to be pretty generic, but I'd say either Rex or Commander Bly. Those are both amazing figures and some of the best clones we've ever gotten in the Black Series. They are pretty expensive figures, but if you can find them, I'd highly recommend that. And maybe for a little bit of an underrated figure, I'd say the 2 you have in front of you, the 2 like Gaming Greats Shadow Stormtrooper and the Stormtrooper Commander, are both amazing figures, and 2 of my favorite Stormtroopers I have. So if you do have a chance to pick those up as well, I'd say pick those up. You can find them for pretty cheap online, so I'd say try to get those because they are amazing figures as well. The next question says, do you think we will get a Black Series version of the Vintage Collection Clone 3-pack with Jesse, Echo, and 5s? So I really, really hope so. I do have this pack, and it's actually one I gave away for a giveaway, but it's an amazing pack, and I'd absolutely love to get one in the Black Series. I think that those are essentials for the Black Series, Fives and Echo, and maybe a Jesse if they had a chance to release one. But I think Fives and Echo are just so iconic characters from the Clone Wars, and two of my personal favorite ones that I really hope we get the ARC Trooper versions in the Black Series eventually. And I think it's such a highly requested figure. Hasbro has to do it in the next 2 or 3 years. It's a no-brainer for them, and I just really hope that they do. I think that if they are going to do it, though, they're going to be released separately or individually and not in a 3-pack. Wow Animations asks, question, do you think they could make a burnt Anakin figure? So if you asked me this back in 2005, I would 100% say yes. And that's because, of course, with Revenge of the Sith, Disney was not in charge of running the Star Wars and then the action figure production and all that kind of stuff. And of course, any figure that Hasbro makes, it has to get approved by Disney. And in 2005, that didn't happen. And Disney's such a family-friendly company that a gruesome figure like that, I don't think Disney would approve of. I actually do have the 3 3/4 inch figure from 2005. It was a really cool figure, and it was pretty scary for the time. I mean, I just think that it's just such a gruesome figure that Disney would never approve of it. Like, literally, it's just a figure with like one limb and burn marks all over him. That, like, I don't think that would fly very well with children. But Leonardo asks, what if Hasbro made a Mandalorian 4-pack? So I think this would be really, really cool, and I think it just depends what you mean by Mandalorian 4-pack. So I know like Lego has their Mandalorian Battle Pack, and those are just 4 generic Mandalorians. You don't know any of the names of those, and that's okay, and that's not what I'd want from this. I'd want, of course, named characters. I think it'd be cool if they did like a Mandalorian 4-pack from the actual TV show Mandalorian. I say you throw in like Beskar Mando, the Armorer, you throw in what's her face? Casca Reeves is her name, and then maybe a Death Watch or a Bo-Katan in there. I think that'd be a super cool 4-pack, or even if you just did like a Death Watch 4-pack. I think any Mandalorian 4-pack that are actually named characters, I would really love to get. Even if it's not from the TV show Mandalorian, even if it's like the Death Watch Mandalorians from the Clone Wars, I would love that as well. Maybe with a Pre-Vizsla, that'd be really cool. Darth Riley asks, is the Scout Trooper sniper rifle been released before? And that is actually the sniper rifle that this guy's right here is holding. And yes, it has. I believe that has actually been released with every single Stormtrooper we've gotten so far. And I believe that's been since like 2013 when we got our first Stormtrooper. So yeah, we've had it for quite a while. Question, do you think a background character wave is possible? Random Mandalorians, Cantina, patrons, civilians, etc. Sorry for my sloppy words there, but I think that'd be a really cool idea. I think mainly with like a cantina or a Jabba's Palace / sail barge. I think that if we're ever going to get this, it'll be in 2023 with their 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi wave, because they're going to be re-releasing a lot of those, and I think with like their all the Return of the Jedi figures coming out, this would be the perfect time to release something like that for the Black Series and, you know, get some of those background characters from Jabba's Palace and his sail barge. So I think that'd be really cool, something I'd love to get, because that'd make an awesome Return of the Jedi display. Jacob asks, what is your favorite Marvel character / movie? And if you could keep only one Black Series figure, which one would it be? So my favorite Marvel movie is actually Ant-Man. I just really love Paul Rudd in that, and he's an amazing character. And my favorite actual character is either Ant-Man or Captain America. They're both just iconic characters, and I do like them quite a bit. If I had to pick one between those, I'd probably go with Ant-Man. I'm just a big Ant-Man fan. And if I could only keep one Black Series figure, which one would it be? If I had to pick, I'd probably go with Captain Rex. He's just by far the best clone we've ever gotten in the Black Series. He's the entire package. He's amazing articulation, removable helmet, amazing paint apps, and all that kind of stuff. He's just an amazing figure, and by far one of the best Black Series figures we've ever gotten. Nick asks, what color is your lightsaber in Jedi Fallen Order? My lightsaber is actually, I believe, a cyan as of right now. I believe it's cyan with a red hilt, which seems a little weird, but it actually looks pretty cool. So, Doctor asks, question, do you want Hasbro to make figures more expensive or more cheap? So, that's a tough question. No, it's not. Cheaper, for sure. Yeah, I don't like paying a lot of money for Black Series figures. I mean, of course, $20 is a pretty fair price, but when it gets super expensive in the aftermarket, that's when it starts becoming a problem. But if you look at it at an economic standpoint, the more expensive the figures are, the more available they're going to be. So if they raised figures up to maybe a $30 price point, but it was guaranteed I got every single figure I wanted, then I'd probably pay that price. And honestly, I just really hope that's something they can would consider doing. Like, I don't want them to raise the price, but if they stop doing exclusives and they made like figures, they like guaranteed figures went to every single store in like the world. And not like, you know what I mean though. Like, they made it available enough to where everybody that wanted one could get one. Then I'd be all right with that. Emperor 512 asks, question, since the Black Series Phase 2 Rex is so expensive on the aftermarket, do you think we will see an archive release or a re-release in the updated Galaxy packaging? I really hope so. Rex, like I said before, Rex is an amazing figure. I think it'd be really cool to get him in the new Galaxy packaging. But if I had to guess, they try to incorporate him on the new clone body with that. And I don't want them to do that because I think he's perfect on the old clone body. So if anything, I'd hope we get an archive release, but I don't think we're going to get an archive release of him. Hopefully we do, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I say, if anything, we're going to get a re-release of him in the old packaging. So they're just going to reissue him pretty much and put him like on the online stores, kind of like they did with like Grievous and Commander Wolf earlier this year. Frozen Stream asks, face reveal at 2K subs. That's a very interesting question. Hoth Productions asks, this might have already been asked, but do you have an animal? Yes, I have a dog. Zeke is his name. I'll throw up a photo right now. He is so cute, and I absolutely love him. So, yeah, he's an Australian Shepherd Boxer mix. So, yeah, he's a super cool dog. Cameron, not in San Diego, asks, question, do you collect any Funkos? So, not as much as I collect Black Series, but I do own a few. I mainly do a few of the Star Wars ones that I really like. I know I wanted to get like the Celebration exclusive Golden Stormtrooper from Target, and I did end up getting that one. And I also got like the Han and Carbonite, but I also collect Office ones. That's one I've been definitely trying to track down. I have like the Dwight with the stapler and Jello, and then the Survival Mike as well. I want to get Prison Mike, but that one's really hard to find. So yeah, I'm hoping to get more, but not as much as I collect a Black Series. Ben asks, do you think we could get a Rebels Rex in the near future? Honestly, I don't think so. And that's only because I just don't think Rebels Rex is as popular as a figure as some of the other versions of him are. So I think that we'd get a Phase 1 before we get a Rebel Rex, which is unfortunate because I think Rebel Rex is really cool. But, I don't know, I think it's possible. There's nothing out of the realm of possibilities for Hasbro to make, but I think that we'd probably get maybe a Clone Wars Rex, like a Phase 1 before that. But on the other hand, Rebels is actually a Disney property, which means Disney is probably going to be more up to make that version of him than one that they didn't make, which is interesting, but honestly, I still don't think they'd make it. Next question asks, what do you think should be an exclusive? I don't think they should put popular characters or army builders as exclusives. So, that's a great question, and I think it just comes down to what they make and what companies are willing to pay for that. If you do notice, most companies like get exclusives of the color of the figure is like relating to their logo. So like most red figures are going to be Target exclusives, which is really weird, but it makes sense. And honestly, I definitely agree. No army builder should be a Target exclusive or any exclusive at all, because army builders need to be common enough so that you can army build them. I'd say it's tough for that question, but I think that maybe like versions of a figure. So I like the Mando and Baby Yoda 2-pack is a perfect exclusive because they've already released a normal Beskar Mando in the normal line. If that was the only way to get Beskar Mando, that would be a horrible exclusive, but you see. Ben also asks, do you think we could get a Bib Fortuna Black Series or Vintage Collection figure in the near future, or a Pre-Vizsla or Elmech? So I don't think we're getting Elmech, but a Pre-Vizsla would be amazing, an absolutely killer figure. I don't think we're going to get it anytime soon, but a Bib Fortuna, I think that we will. And I think if we do, it'll either be in the like maybe Book of Boba line, because we did see him get killed at the end of Mandalorian, or we'd see him in the like with the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi line. And that's something I'm really excited for, because I think we're gonna get a lot of cool figures from that line. So we did kind of talk about this earlier, but Xavier asks, what would you think if Hasbro re-released the Captain Rex again in the black and red box. So I think, like, again, this would be perfect. It's really expensive in the aftermarket, and it does need a re-release. So I think this is, if they're gonna re-release him, this is the only way they're gonna do it. They're not gonna put him in the new packaging. They're not gonna release him in archive. I think if they're gonna re-release him, they're just gonna reissue him in the old box, and I think that's perfect because he does need a reissue. Star Wars Collector asks, if you had to buy one Star Wars Hot Toys figure, what would it be? And do you think Black Series will make a Commander Vaughn? So I think with a Commander Vaughn, I think it's more possible than some of the other clones, and that's only because Hasbro likes reusing molds, and they already have the Commander Cody mold, which is basically a Commander Vaughn mold. They just have to repaint, and that's what I'd really love to see them do. But I also think that if they're gonna make Commander Vaughn, they're gonna try to do it on the new clone body, which kind of throw things off. So I don't really know about that. But if I did have to buy a Hot Toys figure, it would either go between the 501st Deluxe or the Commander Cody. Both of those are amazing, and ones I've actually thought about buying. But if you know me, I don't like pre-ordering very expensive things like years in advance. Like when that the 501st Trooper first came out, it was like a year plus in advance, and I didn't want to pay for that. Commander Cody just came out, and I might try to pick one up on eBay, but yeah. And that is all the time we have for today, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this one, and I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.